but you get a position one Pudge who doesn't need a whole lot. It can make a lot of space for Thompson. But again, my real big concern...
Great way to be able to start out this lane. You know, I've mentioned that Cuckoo really needs to have a solid start to this one. Going to have any chances of taking towers and putting a lot more pressure on. They're on to hide for now, but damage, where's the follow-up?
They should have the damage just in a poison attack. They'll get the kill. Zephyr's going to trade his life with running under the tower, but he's got enough movement speed, in fact, to get out of the aim of 23 Savage. So a great start for T1. The Viper can have some issues early on. Once you get that level 3, a huge power spike in the second point of the poison attack, they're going to be able to get active beforehand.
It almost feels like this Orb of Venom was...
Ana, he's got a bit too far forward. They're going to glimpse him back under the tower. They've got the roar if required. Q should be able to get rid of the dismember instantly. The rest of Radiant are trying to TP down, but they're going to be a little bit too late to protect Ana. Close with the toss away, but Zephyr unfortunately not there fast enough. That is another big kill onto the Pudge.
A little bit too deep there on Ana. Understand you want to be trying to go for those solo kills, make the space wherever you can. The important thing is, I think they can if you've got the Aghanim Scepter on Pudge, right? You should have a decent time with dealing with it. Silence on mid, Thompson.
Stop lane where they're moving. Q just walks in, fissure into Echo Slam, a couple of rotations, and that gives him enough gold for the Blink Dagger, but it is the Echo Slam on cooldown for Talon.
And the Roar as well. So again, like it's all well and good to get these kills. You might be like, all right, we're ahead on the kill score, but what are you going to be able to do with this these kills that you've accumulated? You're behind on net worth, you're behind on towers, don't have cooldowns to be able to play around either. So a little bit awkward where they might miss this timing that they've got to play around. Like, what good is a Blink Dagger if you don't have the Echo Slam to play around with it for the next 2 minutes?
For Radiant, they're going to be playing with a Scepter on Ana, and a Cuckoo will be a little bit away from the BKB. I've been very impressed with the vision game from either side. This was Board from Talon at the moment towards a triangle, scouting out Thompson's farming rotations. Radiant with the ward by the small camp down bottom was able to scout up the Slark. So there's both sides with some more peculiar wards, but they're getting them a lot of information, as well as something that he has to fear. Garp hide, great position above the smoke. They're going to wait for him to the high ground. Instead, they'll turn to hide, trying to bring down the shot up, but they might be able to pop the Savage. Savage didn't pop the BKB, nor the Shadow Dance as well. And Cuckoo, he'll tip him for it. That frees up the pit now as Tier 1. They're going to be able to go back and claim it. Well, Makoto, unless he has something else to say. A coil.
Shaker, where's Shaker?
They've got the Earth Shaker, but he's nowhere to be seen. They're not going to jump on forward. So even if they get the one kill and a decent ultimate, there was no follow-up.
It's been amazing if Q was just a little bit closer there. He has the Blink Dagger available. He was playing around the great vision that they had. Could indeed. Seconds away from that hold-up. They're really trying to zone KP away.
The timing perfect. Thompson gets the Aegis. Q, his blink's getting cancelled as well, so we can't jump in with the Echo Slam. He'll finally get it off, but there is no follow-up. As T1, they get the Aegis. They get
on the Disruptor. That's what they want to do. And he's now switched out the Philosopher's Stone as well into the Psychic Headband, just making sure that he can get off the best.
Fisher's going to connect. Makoto's in as well. Before stop, not going to be able to reposition Ana out to the left side, and Savage will secure the kill. He gets a bunch of essence, and he's looking for more. But the bounce a little bit too slow as Wymon's able to retreat, but Talon, they're on the hunt. Oh, what the hex? Wow, that was perfect for the instant use today on Dis Makoto. He's okay. But the rest of Talon, they had to overposition KP. He pushed himself too far forward, but he's going to be KP still in the arsenal. They're going to turn to try and deal with Zephyr, and look at Makoto holding back Thompson as well. The consistent use of the silence is making it very difficult for the Morphling to get into the middle of the fight, and now they've got the glimpse back onto KP. They know that BKB was already utilized. They need to kite Cuckoo at the moment though.
He doesn't have BKB, he doesn't have people to be able to save him. Another good team fight coming up from Talon, and every single one of those just allows Savage on that Slark to be scaling that little bit more, closing in on the Aghanim Scepter for himself, and have the extra Agi stolen per SG.
Just completed the BKB, and look at the position from Q. They're all under vision. Q, the instant hex from Wyman. And now Thompson, he's been able to jump straight around. Let's see what the Morph Shaker is going to be able to do. They blow up 2 on Talon before they can get the ultimate off. And now Thompson, he goes out to the right side, but can't connect onto Makoto. A glimpse into the Static Storm. Thompson will be fine. It's just going to cover the retreat, though, as Talon. They get the Aegis. I believe they got the Shard as well.
Yes.
Up to their own high ground. They do not have Makoto here at the moment. Waimon, he's just going to blind blink up with the instant bash, and Savage is not going to mess around. He'll pop to BKB with a double full at Makoto. He'll find the coil onto 3. Where's the extra stun lock? It's going to come through for the Raw. They're targeting down Zephyr at the moment. He can pounce away, but Talon, they don't want to stick around. Look at the retreat. They see the buyback instantly out of Waimon. But the Ryan, he's in. They'll get the Hex. Makoto's going to be fine with the A on this KP. Will try and TP up, but Arna's there because this member. They'll stop that in its tracks as KP will be killed off. 70 seconds without the Beastmaster.
These let off very quickly, and we prioritize his survival.
Arna's taking the outpost. So Savage got the jump in, great force stuff, and they get the hook. Q's in trouble now. I don't know what they're going to be able to do to be able to protect the Earthshaker. They'll try and chuck up the Depth Shroud, but Q's gone. He doesn't have a buyback. This is a vital team fight. Without the Earthshaker, they might be in trouble as Savage. Early use of the Shadow Dance. He's going to look to retreat. He gets it down, but they're going to block out the escape, and now they should be able to get everywhere. The Savage goes down. They're trying to catch up to Makoto. Thompson with the lead, just shy of getting the connection. As Makoto should escape, but they're ready to force some buybacks now on T1.
Behold!
And they don't know that they've only got one available on the Slark as well, so very happy.
Makoto. Oh, this is why you give the man the puck and another courier.
Oh my god.
Oh, Makoto.
He's legit just carrying the man. He's doing such a great job.
Savage, he'll get the pounce connection. The bash is out with the chain control from Q. They're going to be relying on the hook, but it clips onto Savage instead of the Viper. And there's no way they can protect Mr. Cuckoo. Talon, what a beautiful play for them. Down the third Roche advantage. Just pulling them everywhere across the map, forcing T1 to make mistakes when we wouldn't expect it.
And you're happy enough to commit that deep because you had the vision on this cliff to the south side of the Radiant Outpost, and they knew Thompson didn't have a TP. So they were like, let's commit on this. We're not going to lose it.
Savage just wants to steal some essence. Nice hook. Get them out. I still can't believe the refresher shards inside the pit.
See what turns the game, you never know. These two teams are damn close. Both would be worthy group stage representatives, and you're lucky to charge up.
Radiant's middle tower is
instantly gonna try and bring them down, but they've been able to isolate them. The wall here at the moment on the cliff. They'll get rid of Zephyr. Meanwhile, Savage gonna try and turn to deal with Cuckoo again. The Slark is having a free fight. He gets the bash. Cuckoo tried to TP out, but he won't be able to do so. As they're gonna be cautious about the Slark now. He's stolen way too much essence for T1 to be able to address him. And Savage recognizes this. He's gonna pounce into the middle, deals with Ana, but tops him. He's a completely different beast. Still with the Aegis for another 30 seconds, and it looks like they say tops him
is the one.
Bounces out the bash. He doesn't get the attribute shift. The hook from Ana. It'll break the coil. First roar. They're set up for the second roar as well. Do they have the damage to be able to kill off the Morphling? Echo Slam dropped on the dome. They'll get the kill, but they committed a lot for the first life. An instant buyback in Talon. They're happy with that. They'll get out, and there is a gigantic win condition now for the side of Dire.
Half duration on the Roche respawn as well. No one goes to check it.
What's the call? On a very far forward. They're going to look to jump in and try and deal with the Pudge for the moment. Savage bashes out. They've been able to isolate him. Static Storm's going to get dropped as well. They want to take Ana in the team fight, but they're going to be cautious about Thompson. He brought back prior. Operation Keep the Morphling alive with the coil. It won't allow him to get into the middle. Talent, the disciplined gameplay. As soon as they see the buyback, they're going to look to retreat. But in fact, Makoto is into the middle. And Aeon Disc will buy him some time. He's able to get out to the left. Meanwhile, inside the river. Ana on his own. Transport back. Ana, not like this. Jeez, it will not matter. He's got another round of the BKB. Thompson's here as well, but the Echo into the river, but they might still be able to get Savage. Slark's gone. T1, can they do it? At 3 against 5. Thompson against the world. Makoto. Alright, now on it for 50 seconds. See what Savage wants to do. An early use of the Shadow Dance. The longest cooldown.
Radiant's middle tower.
Rhoda's just going to be up to space making. Does he have Aeontis back up?
Radiant's
15 seconds. They're probably going to need to somehow pop the Aeontis and then look to play the team fight afterwards. Or you can just wait for the barracks and have Ana spawning up shortly. Should only be... I don't even think they'll get the full set.
You'll be happy enough with the melee. We're at the stage of the game where...
Huku's into backboard. Nice way into the fissure. Savage gonna jump under the tier 4 towers. We're gonna try and turn to deal with KP instead. And is protecting up the Beast Monster for the moment. They're gonna toss him back inside the base. KP protected with the cheese, but he's falling lower and lower. They can't even kill off the Beast Monster though until Ana jumps into the middle. They've got the damage finally to secure the kill, but Savage is out to the right side. A 1-for-1, but can they go back in on Talon? You've got the Age's advantage still, but Thompson is isolated inside the lane. Static Storm's gonna get laid down. Ana's gonna jump into the middle as well. They don't have the damage to deal with Thompson, but the Essence shift, it's starting to sack up, and Savage is just doing too much damage. Thompson gets away from out to the left side, but Savage, he'll pursue him down. The bounce is there. He's gonna be cautious though. He's gonna be cautious here on Savage. He's got the Aeon disc. They might be able to kill off the first time, but can they kill him a second time? And it doesn't look like that's the case. As Makoto is had a completely free fight. This puck has done so much for Talon in game 1, and that is a big reason of why they will be victorious.